edition of the Sports Desk, you'll see the Lady Warrior basketball players lay it all on the line against PV, and the top spots in the Pioneer League are defined on the basketball court. Plus, it's a double overtime doozy when North meets South on their home pitch. To the mats we go. The results of the Pioneer League Wrestling Finals are in, and it's a pin. Get fired up now, because it starts now. Hello and welcome. I'm your host, Bonnie Prickitt, and this is the Sports Desk, and congratulations to the Green Bay Packers for winning Super Bowl 45. We have a couple other people to congratulate. Let's go ahead and talk about prep sports. This Pioneer League boys soccer season, the usual suspects are in the top spots. Going into the game against the Spartans, the Saxons are undefeated. And the Spartans' only Pioneer League loss was at the hands of the Saxons. So if the Spartans can win this game, they better their league title chances, but North is a smart team, and it makes for a very good game, and Sports Desk reporter Ghazal Hassan takes it to us.
February in Torrance brings the stretch run for the CIF playoffs in boys soccer. South hosts North today to see who will vie for supremacy in the Pioneer League. The Saxons come in 6-0 in league play, while the Spartans sit in second place at 4-1-1. Their lone chance for supremacy in the Pioneer League to knock off North today.
To the greenhouse we go. Back in November, Saxons and Spartans squared off at North on the gridiron for a Pioneer League football title. This time on the pitch, it was the other football that was the matter at hand. A hard-fought first half between the intra-city rivals ended 0-0. We go to the second stanza. South in white. Look at Ryo Fuji. He keeps it alive for Julian Hamid, and Hamid delivers leather to twine past Sergio Orozco of North. Nice move, and that makes it 1-0 Spartans. 8 minutes later, free kick North. Claudio Rodriguez sends it in from 35 yards out, and junior Alex Gasper waiting on the back end. The equalizer for the Saxons. 74th minute, good chance for South. Hamid on the bicycle, hits the post. Colin Dazzett clears it out for North. They avert disaster. Hamid again here with a chance late in regulation, but this time Orozco makes the save for North to preserve the 1-1 tie. North tries to make a play late here, getting into Christian Melendez, but we're going to extra time. First minute of overtime, South barely has time to breathe. Melendez gets it to Claudio Rodriguez, who puts it in the back of the net. 2-1, North leads South in overtime. No sudden victory, so South will get a chance to regroup, and the Spartans huddle up.
They had number 10, Claudio. He's their best player. He beat us. He beat us in the last goal there.
Candid assessment of events by South senior goalkeeper Nolan Dean, but still time for the Spartans. South continues to generate opportunities, but now into the second overtime period, trailing 2-1, time is becoming a factor against the Spartans. Final minute of play, Daniel Lamas sends it in for South. Luke Buckley stays with it and beats Sergio Orozco. South ties North 2-2. We talk with Buckley about the equalizer.
Yeah, the ball just kind of came in. I kind of mishit it. It bounced around, and I thought the defender kind of was not really getting to it, so I just ran towards it, hit it, and happened to go in.
Despite Buckley's late-game heroics, South coach Chad Lagerway was looking at the bigger picture.
We got to put our chances in a tight game a little bit better than we did, and we got to be able to stop key guys on other teams, or else playoffs isn't going to last a real long time. Unfortunately, it's not the result we needed. We needed to get a win to have any chance of taking league. So at this point, if we win out, we stay in second place. North has got, there's enough distance between us that we had to win in order to put any pressure on that.
So perhaps nothing was settled with the 2-2 draw. One thing is for certain, both the Saxons and the Spartans seem primed to make that playoff push. Reporting for the Sports Desk, Ghazal Hassan.
And thanks, Mr. Hassan, for the story. It was indeed an interesting game, but we've got to give credit where credit is due. Now, Spartan Julian Hamid scored off an Rayo assist, and North's equalizer was the combo of Claudio Rodriguez to Alex Gaspar in the 61st minute. The first overtime goal was none other than the hot-footed Saxon Claudio, and the assist came from his teammate Christian Melendez. And in the second overtime, South tied the game with a Luke Buckley goal, and the assist was from Daniel Lamas. Let's take a look at the Saxons and the Spartans' other games from last week. South wrapped up an easy win against Centennial, bringing their league record to 5 wins, 1 loss, and 2 ties. A 1-1 tie for North as they took on Lawndale. This makes the race for the league supremacy even hotter. South plays Lawndale and El Segundo this week. North takes on El Segundo in Torrance. El Segundo is in 3rd place. They are chomping at the COT's 2 top representatives. And moving to the Tartars. Tartars have some collegiate talent on their roster, by the way, but they fell to El Segundo. But they also came back and tied a very sneaky Lawndale team. Not having much luck in the Pioneer League, the Tartars are 1-5-2. Let's jump on over to the Bay League. The defending Bay League champs, West Warriors, still might have a chance at this year's crown if PV, who beat them last week, loses to 3rd place Miracosta or Redondo. Now, West beat Redondo last week by 1 goal. So let's listen to this. West is in 2nd with PV in 1st so far. So good luck to the Warriors, who play 4th place Lusinger and last place Peninsula. They still have a chance. In the Delray League, the Knights have taken their time, taking their 2nd place spot. They beat current 3rd place LaSalle by a goal. The Knights play Bishop Amat this week. It's now time to check out the girls' prep soccer scores. The Lady Spartans played the Lady Saxons and routed them by 5 goals, and then they did the same thing later in the week to Centennial. The Spartans are 6-2 and currently hold 2nd place in league. North is still fighting for a playoff spot at 11-12 and 1 overall and a 4-4 league record. This brings us to the 1st place stellar Lady Tartars. Can't really say anything more against them in the game against Lawndale. Just have to look at the score. And in the game against El Segundo, Cortland Cerrito had 2 goals and Kyla Raba 1 shot secured the win. The Tartars' last 2 league games are against North and Centennial. And we now go to the Bay League. The Lady Warriors definitely tried but couldn't get past Palos Verdes, losing by 3 goals, and Redondo got 2 in the Warriors' net. They are now 3-4-1 on the season. The Lady Knights aren't looking too good in the Delray League with a 2-4 record, but they got a W over LaSalle, and there's still time to get another win in the right column in the upcoming game against St. Monica's. That's all we have for prep soccer right now, but coming up after the break, you'll want to catch a glimpse of this stat board queen who's turning more than just heads. Stick around.
You can never know which pool safety step will save a life. Until it does. No matter how safe you feel, adding multiple safety steps can mean the difference between a close call and a call to 911. Simple steps save lives. To learn some new ones, visit poolsafely.gov.
Over half the people waiting for an organ transplant in the United States will die before they get one. You can increase your chances of getting a life-saving organ donation while helping others in need by joining Life Sharers. As a Life Sharers member, you get preferred access to the organs of other members. In return, you give fellow members first access to your organs. By offering your organs first to other organ donors, you create an incentive for non-donors to become donors. You inspire others to follow your lead. You'll also help make the system more fair. Half of the organs transplanted in the U.S. go to people who have not agreed to donate their own organs when they die. Membership is free, and anyone can join. Even if you're already a registered organ donor, you should sign up. Join Life Sharers now. It's free, and it could save your life.
Hi, I'm Jerry West, and you're watching the Sports Desk.
Welcome back. We are in the last weeks of the basketball season. regular season that is, and it's not just every game that counts, it's every minute on the clock. The North girls have a playoff spot, and the South girls are battling their way through a very dense Pioneer League. Those two teams met up, and the North boys have dominated the Pioneer League. And when possible, the South boys, who have talent, have capitalized on their talent. Sportsdesk reporter breaks down the girls' game and the boys' first half highlights.
It's a Pioneer League matchup as the North Saxons and South Spartans take the court in a crosstown rivalry. The Saxons hoping to keep their league title hopes alive, the Spartans hoping to keep up with a team that beat them 45-33 earlier this season. The 11-12 Spartans have a strong start against the 15-7 Saxons. South keeps high pressure on defense, and Spartan forward Brittany McIntyre banks one in for the score. Both teams have trouble hitting the target, and the first quarter closes with the Spartans up 7-6. In the second quarter, South's effort is unmistakable, but they can't convert it to points on the board, while the Saxons are sinking shots from outside and in the paint. At halftime, North is up 21-10. In the third, Saxon captain Jocelyn Barnes is a highlight reel waiting to happen. She's all over the court, nails a sweet layup, and there she is on the rebound. Barnes would end the day with a double-double, 14 points and 10 boards. And don't forget steals. Barnes had 4, creating fast breaks and an exciting offensive performance for North. Adding to that, Saxon point guard Clarissa McDougall put up 11 points and 8 boards. As North sets the pace, the Spartan effort is tremendous. South maintains their defense, works the court, but the ball just isn't bouncing their way today. Spartan guard Jean Dulay led her team with 6 points, but that wasn't enough to overtake the Saxons. North closes out the game and takes it 49-24, improving to 16-7 overall, 5-2 in Pioneer League play, and are already looking ahead.
We take one game at a time. So we got Lawndale on Friday that we got to take care of business, and then of course El Segundo, and then finishing up with Torrance High, and we're looking forward to all those games.
It was a disappointing loss for the Lady Spartans. In a hard-fought game, they worked the court until the last buzzer, but the North Saxons took the W, 49-24. Now come the guys. They're warming up the court right now. Let's see what they did.
An electric energy filled the gym at South High as the boys took the court in the North-South matchup. The North Saxons topped the Pioneer League at 14-8, 5-1 in league, but South isn't far behind at 12-10 overall and 3-3 in league play. The Saxons are on a 2-game win streak. Can they keep the streak alive, or will the Spartans be the ones to snap it? North immediately takes off with an 8-0 lead, but look at the Spartans step up. South is locked in on D, and Spartan Jabron Sawani finally puts them on the board, and it's 8-2. The Saxons look like they're teaching offense 101, but South does a good job of sticking to their game plan and not folding under the tremendous Saxon pressure. South's Shea Madrid with the and one, then it's right back to defense. The Spartans are well prepared and ready for the attack. As South closes down the paint, North moves the ball outside, taking the well-set Spartan D out of the equation and proving they're a threat from anywhere on the hardwood. South has an answer for that, and it's Jake Lai. He brings it with a fast break and the bucket. Both teams are fired up and pulling out all the stops. Saxon forward Elliot Morris finishes the job for 2. South follows with a Jake Lai lay-in, and Todd Sibison leading the Spartan hustle. The Saxons are up 46-27 going into the half, but the Spartan effort makes the game seem a lot closer. Second half, South comes out with more energy than they started with. They score 7 unanswered points, but North has the ups, and it's undeniable. They run away with the game 74-55. Regardless of the outcome, the Spartans can't be disappointed with their showing. They maxed out till the final buzzer. Reporting for the Sports Desk, I'm Karen Bright.
The Lady Saxons lighted up in just about every category in this 49-24 win over the Spartans. But Jocelyn Barnes, unreal, with 14 points, 10 boards, and 4 steals. Not far behind, though, is Clarissa McTougal, swishing 11 points and 8 rebounds. South Spartan Jean Dulay scored 6 points for the Spartans. Jump into the boys' game. Elliot Morris is just unstoppable when he gets in the zone. He brought a lot to the Saxons, and so did Hechanova, who pulled his weight as well. Spartan Jake Lai tried a Kobe with 24 points, and Shea Madrid sunk 14. There's more b-ball on the way. The Lady Warriors' curse is broken on the hardwood. Stick around to find out more.
Alzheimer's disease, if left unchecked, will strike millions, including baby boomers, their children, and grandchildren in the coming years. As a scientist studying Alzheimer's disease for the American Health Assistance Foundation, I'm well aware that continued research is our only hope for finding a cure. Call 1-800-437-2423 or visit ahaf.org for free publications on Alzheimer's. Learn what you can do to help battle this deadly disease.
The Lady Warriors might not have had a stellar Bay League standing with 5 losses, but you know what? That's not fazing them much. With 15 wins on their overall record and hanging on in the Bay League, they're still keeping their heads up. In this game against Palos Verdes, Nicole Flannery tells you why they're so happy.
Early in the first, and the Warriors starting off pretty strong. And this is Nicole Nataki, and she's going to hit this three-pointer from deep downtown. And on the ensuing possession, and this is Palos Verdes, and some good defense right here by the Warriors, and they're going to snag the ball, take it back down to their side of the court. But hey, the Sea Kings coming up with a steal for themselves, and they're going to take it back down the other side. A lot of really good back and forth basketball in this first half. But things really start to get interesting in the fourth, and the West Torrance girls really need to rally as they're down with 6 minutes left in the game, 33-29 to a team they've lost to 12 consecutive times in the Bay League. Later in the fourth, and the Warriors are still trailing to the Sea Kings. And this is Kelsey Ishigo right here, really showing some leadership, a 4-year senior on this squad, and she's going to hit a 3 and really give her team a chance to win this basketball game. And this is Kaylin Kung with the long jumper, and she's going to barely miss that one, but the pass is to Kelsey Ishigo. Just having a great shooting night and a great season, 18 points on the game. But Kaylin Kung's going to have an opportunity right here to make up for that missed shot earlier. The beautiful three-pointer, and her team is now tied with the Sea Kings, 38-38. I asked Kelsey Ishido, her teammate, what she thought after the ball went in.
I was so excited. It was like, oh yeah, it was just like the best thing ever.
Now that might have been the best thing ever, but it wasn't the only contribution Kaylin Kung made to the end of regulation in this game versus the Sea Kings. As she's going to shoot a jumper right here and draw the foul. She'll be sent to the free throw line, down 44-42, 20 seconds left, chance to tie the game again. And you get the sense right here that maybe Kaylin Kung's good under pressure. She sinks that first free throw, and she's going to make the second and send this game into overtime tied at 44. And much like the crucial free throws that Kaylin Kung made at the end of regulation, a pair right here from Kelsey Ishido is going to all but seal the victory for the Warriors.
And what do you think it was that really flipped the switch for everybody after that?
Our rebounding in the second half made a big difference. I haven't looked at the book, but I think they scored 7 points in like the third quarter and part of the fourth quarter. And then Kaylin Kung started knocking down shots, which unfortunately our defense is generated off of our offense, and we play a little bit harder when shots go in.
After 12 consecutive losses to Palos Verdes, the West girls basketball team rallied back from trailing at half to send the game into overtime. With some clutch shooting by Kaylin Kung and a surge in intensity, the Warriors defeated the Sea Kings 54-46.
Congrats to the Lady Warrior basketball team for the win over the Lady Sea Kings. The final score, West 54, PV 46. Kelsey Ishigo and Kaylin Kung weren't just lucky on their shots. Their game was solid. Nicole Nataki added more to the Sea King melt with 10 points. Let's take a look at the Del Rey League. Oh, how the dramedy of the Lady Knights unfolds before us. Devin Brookshire, the 6'1" center, is still out due to injury. She'll be back for the playoffs. And Kristen Ale is still fatigued by her knee injury. They had a heartbreaking loss to Del Rey, league foe Bishop Amat, and a non-league loss to Windward. Now here's a note about Windward. They have a starting center, Imani Stafford. She's 6'7". She had a double-double and 4 steals. The girls aren't worried about this loss, and they're glad for the experience because there's a good chance they'll be seeing Windward in CIF play. The Torrance girls basketball team is undefeated in the Pioneer League after big wins over Lawndale 50-31 and dominating 65-41 against El Segundo. Their overall record stands at 14-7, and if they want that league crown for the first time in years, they must win the games against North and Centennial this week. A quick look at the other scores sees the Lady Spartans losing to Centennial. Their league record is 2 wins and 6 losses. The North girls squad shut down Lawndale 64-39. They're at a 6-2 league record and must beat the Tartars if they want a chance at getting lead. We'll have highlights on next week's show. Now let's turn around and look at the boys' scores. In the Del Rey League, the young Bishop Montgomery boys team just killed Cathedral, 95-49. Whew. And in non-league play, they showed Bay League's Redondo, who's bossed by 10 points. They're currently in 3rd place with their only 2 losses to Sarah, actually make that 2nd place. And the Warriors are looking up at the rest of the Bay League, but that doesn't stop their chances at a bid for the playoffs. Even though they're in 4th place, they have to get past Lusinger and Peninsula. Their overall record is 12-12. We saw North and South earlier in the show. The Spartans are struggling in the Pioneer League with a 3-5 record, but there are 2 more home games to improve that with the games against Lawndale and El Segundo. Lawndale definitely gave the Saxons a run for their money, though. North came out on top with 88 points. They are in the right spot to clinch league with a 7-1 record. And finally, Tachibana's Tartars they still have a horse in the race with a win over Lawndale, 49-47. They have some adjustments to make after falling to Gundo by 6 points. Their overall record is 11-13. That's it for prep basketball. Coming up, there are moves you have never seen as the Pioneer League wrestlers take to the mats to determine the league winners. Stick around.
Many good things are easy to spot, even in black and white. A maple leaf, birds in flight, our trees in summer. But there's one bad thing that's also easy to spot because it is black and white. The Asian longhorn beetle. This insect is killing our trees, but with your help, we can defeat it. It's as simple as black and white. Look for the beetle, and if you spot it, report it at beetlebusters.info.
And now, another adventure with Savings Man.
Look, honey, the neighbors just bought a big screen TV.
Hey, I just got a bonus at work. Maybe we should get one too.
Hold on there.
Savings Man.
Using your bonus to secure your future by paying down debt or saving is a better way to go.
Well, I declare you're right, Savings Man.
Stay ahead by choosing to save. And don't worry about keeping up with the Joneses.
But their name is Johnson.
For more tips and tools, visit choosetosave.org today.
Travel advisories to small business loans, student loans, to taxes online. Whether you have information to get or ideas to give, USA.gov is the official place to connect with your government. From surplus car auctions to finding a new job, our new mobile apps will keep you updated on the go. So check out USA.gov because the country runs better when we stay connected.
Welcome back. It's time for all of the hard work and dedication to come into play for the wrestlers of the Pioneer League. South captured the league title with North in a close second. Torrance came in 3rd. Now it's time for each individual to take charge of their opponents as they hit the mat. The tournament was at North, and we're going to start with Charles Wood. The captain is willing his opponent and manages to pull off a pin. And let's go ahead and talk to him.
I was pretty much go out there and wrestle, do my thing. That's just a great feeling. It's just like I felt good about it.
Charles Wood wouldn't be the only South wrestler who had a good day. AJ Machadi and 171 won the Pioneer League title, and Mark Montalero at 215 pinned his opponent. And finally we get to 119's Nakoa Oliviato, wrestling Cody Miyamoto of Torrance, who's not quite letting him get away easy, but Koa would win 14-0.
My freshman year, my sophomore year, I took second place, and this year I just wanted to go out with a league title, you know, I just wanted to win.
Let's now take a look at the 103s. That's Torrance's AJ Pastano wrestling number 2 in the state, ranked Johnson Mai of North. This is late in the third period. Mai has the advantage and will then push AJ out of bounds for the 18-5. The North wrestlers failed to capture the league title for the first time in 10 years, falling to the South Spartans. But going forward, there's definitely something to learn.
It was a wake-up call for us, you know, because you have to lose to know what you did wrong, you know. So I take it as a good thing, really. It's a good thing.
The Tartars' Peter Lee is wrestling Masato Fukushima in 125s, and he's managing to keep him at bay. But then the CIF-ranked Fukushima will get the advantage and win 12-4.
I just wanted to go out there and give my best performance and, you know, show who's really the number one. And I just wanted to show on the mat, you know, not just talk and not on the rankings and everything.
Saxon teammates Jordan Garola at 119 and Rudy Delgado at 130 would also win their individual Pioneer League titles. Weight class 135, wrestlers Spartan Spencer Buckley and Tartar Eric Carrillo. Only seconds remaining in the second period, and if wrestling's all about heart and outlasting your opponent, then it looks like Carrillo is taking on Buckley. And remembering that it was he who lost last time. But he gets the pin and the Pioneer League title.
It was hard at first, but now that I rethought the mistakes I did, I tried hard to fight back to redeem myself, and I pushed it. And you know, it's just you learn from your mistakes, and you got to fight harder, and that's all it is.
That's the right and humble answer from a wrestler who made it all the way to CIF Masters last year. Tartar Kevin Lee would dominate Beverly Hills' Val Coolish in the 189-pound weight class. He would score 6 points to Coolish's 3 and win league title. On 1, 2, 3. And the title goes to Kevin Lee. Coach Shay Kindig's crew scored the most points, getting them mentally and physically ready for CIF.
I'm gonna run a lot more, go to the gym, work out more, work out a lot more at practice, after practice, stay after practice, and work on things that I need to work on, and just listen to what my coach needs to tell me what to do.
Lots and lots of practice will be needed. Congratulations to all the Pioneer League Wrestling finalists. There are a lot of them that are going to CIF, but we're only going to show you the league champions. Johnson Mai won it at North for 103 pounds. Koa over at South, 119. Masato at North, 125. Rudy Delgado at North at 130. Eric Carrillo, you saw there at 135. Andrew Powers, congratulations. Torrance, 152. AJ Machadi, South, 171 pounds. Kevin Lee of Torrance at 189 pounds. Mark Montalero from South at 215 pounds. And of course, you saw at the top of the package report, Charles Wood at 275 pounds. Let's now take a look at the winners from the Bay League. We only have the West, guys from West who absolutely dominated. Yoshi Funakoshi at 103 pounds. Tony Liu at 112 pounds. Real Warrior there, Chris Lee at 119 pounds. Kyoki Glory, love that name. Great wrestler at 125 pounds. Fahim Jan at 130 pounds. Yes, there are more coming, can you believe it? Yuki Uri at 140 pounds. Anthony Kalunga, been around a long time, very powerful at 145 pounds. Matt Boson, 171 pounds. Matt Hall, 189. And to round it all out, Sam Rushing. Now is the time that you can let us know something we don't. Please, any ideas for the sports desk? Give us a call at 618-5762. You can email us at thesportsdesk@torranceca.gov. You can visit our shows online at torranceca.gov. Thanks so much for watching this edition of the Sports Desk. Hope you had fun, and congratulations to all of the wrestlers that qualified for CIF. And I'm sure we'll be seeing more of your names on the board next week. And good luck to all of the teams that are going to try and qualify for the playoffs. So until next time, Torrance, have a good time.